Hi everyone, Aldbar here. This is my solo walkthrough and guide to the level 11 heroic quest, Dreams of Insanity, on the elite difficulty. Enjoy. Hi everyone, Warjack here. This quest is located in House Juresco. You can go ahead through the garden and go towards Tempest Spine. This is all the way at the back of House Juresco. To get to this quest, you're first going to have to go through this, I guess you can call it a wilderness area. You can walk in here with your mount, and there's like a minor objective, small optional to clear out some mobs. So that's what this area is. It's known as Pool of Reflection. Right ahead of us is where the quest entrance is, and we're just clearing out this optional. This is one of the classic DDO free-to-play quests, and for many players, this is a quest that they run by themselves or run it first time, and coming in here not prepared, you can get totally wrecked. So hopefully this video will prepare you for it, so you know what to do. Coming towards us is this orb. This is one of the key factors of this quest. These orbs can mess you up big time if you touch them. What they do is totally random. They have a few bunch of spells that they can hit you or dispel you, or a whole bunch of effects that they have. So if you can, just avoid them. Now, it is mandatory in this quest to be able to pull these runes. These runes require a 12 intelligence. This is a pretty low bar to hit. Everyone in the game should be able to get to 12 intelligence. Most classes start with 8, so that means you can just pick up, a potion of Fox Cunning, who's a +4, and deal with it like that. Or even if you happen to be one of the classes who don't have 8 intelligence, I don't know, if you happen to be half orc or shifter or wood elf, you still can get a +6 item to intelligence, because you're already probably at level 11, and even from the auction house. Okay, we've got this door, it's got these 2 crests, and we've got 2 ways to go. These are both loops. We're going to go around and go get the crest to that main door. These Tara hounds are very hard to spot, even if you have true seeing, and you'll need to have a spot or wait until they attack you, then you'll see them. If you look on the map, you'll see that this hallway I'm walking down is kind of wide. I'm only on one side of the hallway. There's a second side that you can walk back down once you finish this side. So this map can drain your resources if you don't keep on moving. I would say that the key elements to this quest is to make sure that you've got Death Ward and some way to get rid of negative levels, because you can definitely take a whole bunch of negative levels from the upcoming beholders, and you want to be able to get rid of that. So get some restoration potions and Death Ward potions, and you're good to go. If you want to get those in bulk, of course the best place is the Maybar event, but even if you don't have it, you probably can just get a hireling who can buff you. Yeah, these rifts, these portals that you close them off, these are optionals. But the ones at the end of the quest that we're going to need to close, those are mandatory. You have to close them to finish the quest. So you're going to have 12 intelligence. I think like most hirelings have 12 intelligence. So that shouldn't be a problem. You should be able to get yourself a hireling just to pull the runes at the end. Worst case scenario. But again, like I said, 12 intelligence is a very low bar. So I wouldn't sweat about it. Just make sure you get it before you step in. If you step into this quest and you forgot, you tried to pull these and you can't, it's time to recall and go get something, because you're not going to be able to finish the quest. Over here, what I'm doing in every one of these fights is I'm trying to gather all the enemies together, so that when I hit my small amount of strike through, I only have like 20% strike through, but even that small amount of strike through will go through and potentially hit more than one enemy. It means if I'm just whacking against one enemy at a time, so I'm only going to hit one at a time. And if I have at least two standing together, there's a chance that I'll hit two of them at the same time with one strike. So to speed up my damage or my DPS, I'm trying to gather them and hit them together. So that's what's going on here. This chest I got over here is for killing a Maybar champion, and it has a chance of dropping chocolate or keys, but this is only during the Maybar event. Okay, here we got to the other side of the fence. Now we can walk back down this path. Then we came from here, and we're going to go down here, but first we're going to go to the end of the hall and open up this door. Here we've got this beholder and a whole bunch of mobs. These typical beholders usually dispel magic and get rid of your death ward. Next thing you know it, you've got a whole bunch of negative levels. So it might be a good idea to make sure you've got death blocks, so at least they can't insta-kill you. Okay, now if you look at the map, you see it. We've gone down one side, it's symmetrical. So rather than continuing around the whole loop, I'm gonna step back into the hallway that I came from and just take the second passageway. This is mandatory, I need it for the crest, so this is the best way, I think. Most organized. Yeah, also I should probably rebuff after I got all my buffs stripped from that beholder. In the corners of this map, you've got these scarrow. These are like optionals. I mean, there's They happen to be their own objective. That's all I'm saying. I can't remember the specifics about the first time I did this quest, other than the fact that I got completely wrecked by it. I was well underprepared, and everything over here gave me way too much damage. And I was in here, of course, with a hireling, and he got all of his hit points and spell points drowned really fast. So this was just, I remember just dragging my feet over here and taking forever. And I couldn't do these portals. That I definitely remember. But was I surprised when I got to the end? Every time you step through one of these doors, there's a good chance there's something behind the door, collectible or breakable. So if you're going for like the full conquest or whatever, ransack, probably should check behind each door every time you open it. Okay, so here we are. This is the end of this hallway. And again, get the face off against the beholder. Yeah, here we go. This is the first crest. Here also we got a shrine. If you don't mind, please hit like and subscribe. Thank you. And we've got a locked door. Playing this gong will open the door. It's a one-way door, basically. I mean, you can walk back if you want to go around the whole thing. But yeah, okay. So now we did that. We went to the left side, got all the way to the end, walked back, back to the start. Now I'm going to go to the right side of the map. Basically, one-to-one, exactly the same thing. I mean, the beholders and Scarrow at the ends and the corners are, well, unique. They have their own name, but other than that, it's basically the same thing. So yeah. Here I'm going first for the Tarek hounds because their damage is the one that can probably mess you up the most. So try to spot them even though they're kind of invisible. And once I get rid of them, I face off against everything else. I happen to have evasion, so I'm not so worried about the casters. Most of their spells like miss. So no big deal on that front. And I just focus on whatever's closest to me. Here, if you rush it, you might be able to pull these portals and close them That way the orb can't come, sliding by without you being without being prepared for it, and just debuff you or hit you with something. By the way, if you're wondering about this ice attack that I have that's turning monsters into blocks of ice, and happens kind of often, it's from an augment called Augment of the Snow Peaks or something like that. It comes from the Snow Peaks event, and that was a free event, so everyone could pick it up. And I've never checked it out before now, and I've got to say I'm liking it very much. It's really cool. It just goes off like in critical or vorpal hits, I'm not sure, but happens kind of a lot. Here, there you go. Turns things into ice, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Stun locks monsters. You can see these orbs also go through the fence, they go from side to side. That orb actually just touched me, but luckily the effect it had was blocked by, I think, my death ward. Whichever, I'm not sure what effect it was, but one of the effects got blocked, whatever. Okay, here again we get to the second side of the fence. You can see a Terra count coming towards me. In the viewfinder I can see it. Well, he got banished. Yeah. And the end of this hallway, well, since this place is symmetrical, yeah, we've been here already. Okay, I'm gonna again walk back into this hallway and continue on the right side on the outer loop. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid this orb. I don't want to get zapped. Whoops. Just got hit with Ray of Enfeeblement. I hit it again and gave me jump. I don't know, there's random stuff that comes from off the orb. Some of them are actually buffs, but a lot of them are very annoying. Depending on what character you play, there's some effects that can completely paralyze you. There's an effect that goes off on casters who gives them a special armor who prevents them from casting spells. So, while for a melee it's actually a buff, if you're a caster, it's the worst kind of debuff. Here I've got myself a champion chest, one of these treasure chests from the Night Revels event, and a chest for killing the boss. Yep, so one rift more to go before we can complete the optional, and also we're almost at the end of this hallway. And the four corners of the map have these scarrow. The other three rooms, they're the bottom end of the hole or the top left and right ends of holes are the ones with the beholders. Also, this quest has loads of collectibles all over the place. Sneaky hound. Yeah, here we are. End of the second hallway on the right, and there's going to be a beholder here. Of course, he debuffs me first thing. Ooh, Jade Strike. That was nice. Oh, got all the rifts. Well, at least all the optional rifts. Okay, here's a second crest. At the end of each one of these hallways is a room with the beholder, and there is this rest shrine. So there's actually pretty much, you should have enough rest if you need it. So as long as you're not getting drained on resources by going too slow, you should be fine. And that's it. So you can see symmetrical map on both sides. Again, over here, if you walk to the end of the hallway, there's going to be a gong, who basically is a shortcut back. So, yeah. Also, you could also walk down to the other hallway and get the shrine there if you needed it. Okay, and here's the final fight. This room has a few runes that need to be pulled to close portals, just like the ones we did before. And as I said already, these are mandatory, so make sure you've got your 12 intelligence or you ain't gonna finish this quest. Usually you can get your hireling to pull it, but it's kind of tricky. This has respawning monsters, well, endlessly respawning monsters, so get ready for that.
The cardinal gate to the plane of madness looms before you. The few remaining cultists have gathered here awaiting their arrival. But who's...
Yeah, I walked right through the orb, but I had my death ward on, so nothing happened. Here we get a whole bunch of beholders. There's the named beholder spawns, he's like the main boss. You get one of them. And then there's the smaller beholders who continuously keep on respawning. They don't respawn really fast, but it's endless. So try to make it as fast as you can to get rid of this, well, to finish this room, or they'll drain you really, really fast. Also, for anyone who's really interested, this is a place where you can come and farm beholders for your monster manual, because they continuously spawn, so just saying, that's an option. Probably is faster to run invaders, but yeah. Just getting rid of my negative levels using restoration potions. Yeah, okay. So now these runes are spread around this upper layer of the room. You walk around these catwalks on these pillars, this roof over here. And the main problem you have is you keep on getting pegged by these guys, keep on shooting stuff at you. So having displacement, at least as a clicky or something, so they don't hit you as much, will make your life much easier. As you can see, I'm being interrupted all the time. Okay. I got buffed by the orb. I got tumble. What am I gonna do with that? I don't know, but yeah. At least it's not something disruptive, so I don't care. You could, of course, just use a ranged weapon and get rid of all these guys on the top before you move on if they're annoying you, but I'm basically a strictly melee character, so I'm going to get in their face and do it personal. Okay, getting across over here is tricky, but actually you can just walk. You don't have to jump. Rather than trying to jump onto this little ledge, I'm just going to walk up against it, and then when I fall off, I'll catch. This is much easier than trying to jump. Getting bumped and then the knock back makes you fall off. So, yeah, definitely recommend it like this. And there you go, that was it. Whoever got through the portal, you'll still have to kill. There's always a few monsters. But once you pull the last lever, last time, boom, that's it. It doesn't spawn anymore, and quest is it. Done. One thing is very important is to stand here and take a screen capture for your thumbnail. This isn't mandatory unless you're making a video. Yeah, here it is. Here's the scorecard. Got myself my conquest and my ransack. Yeah. Yeah, and that's it. Well, as always, if you've enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe. Thank you very, very much for watching, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye.